Hey, Assel, welcome to our next podcast. The topic today is how do you handle objections? So, doing lots of outreach, email, LinkedIn every day, you must come across a range of objections to outreach. So, what's your approach to handling it?
Hi, then rejections and objections will always be there, no matter how good your offer is or how good your targeting is. At the end of the day, people are going to certain percentage of people are going to get back to you and say, please don't reach out to me. I don't want to hear about it. If they are very strict with their words, I would say just respect that, acknowledge that, okay, if somebody has asked for their privacy or if they have unsubscribed from your email list, don't reach out to them, respect that. But most of the times when we get objections, it's I won't categorize it as a hard no. They are generally doubtful about the service. A could be because they have already tried it with someone else and it didn't really work out. Or B, they don't have enough knowledge on the offer itself, and they're a little bit skeptical of it. So they are just getting back to you with an open-ended question and with a slighter tone of objection. In those cases, I would say you can uh, turn the no into a maybe and open them towards a conversation and ask them a couple of questions like why would you say that? Why it didn't work out if you have used it previously? Try to understand their pain, and then you can just get back to them and provide your offer or whatever you think is the best case scenario.
Okay, so you're saying firstly, respect them if they are not interested in hearing from you anymore. I mean, that's part of GDPR, right? Privacy rules. If people don't want to hear from you, you have to immediately remove them. But second, if they say this doesn't work or we've tried this and it didn't work before, you're saying reply with some open-ended questions about that to see if the conversation can continue. And I think that's really good. I think um, it's important to show kind of empathy rather than just saying, oh no, well, we can fix it and pitch them. I think it's good to show, oh, I'm sorry that that didn't work for you. I'm curious to know why, what happened, and I'm sure there's good reasons. We should maybe get on a call to talk about it. I think also if that what you're offering at the initial connection is just value, it's not necessarily a paid service, you could invite them to a call to discuss that. So to
Yeah.
discuss, like they can gain insights or they can learn from you. And I think by retaining that value rather than just trying to pitch for a service and then just be pushy, essentially, I think that's a really great way of handling an objection. What types of objections do you get?
Uh, Mostly it's just around that. The third category, which is not exactly an objection, but I've seen a lot of people getting annoyed by it, is when prospects ask you multiple questions over the email or LinkedIn, whatever the platform you're reaching out to, before jumping on a call, and they have questions about your service or they want to uh, make sure that you really understand their business. So they would be asking you questions and you have to go back and forth. And it annoys a lot of people who are doing lead generation and they're like, oh, just jump on a call and then I'll answer. I don't have time to do that. But you need to understand that you are the one reaching out to someone and they are asking questions out of their interest. And same as me, there would be 10 other people reaching out to them and offering them lead generation. So if they have a question, you have to again respect that and try to provide the best answer that you can. Once you wins the trust, then obviously it can turn into a sales call rather than being again too pushy or not showing empathy, like you said. I think that's the third thing that I've noticed happening a lot. Like people get frustrated uh, super quickly.
Okay, I would just add to that that If somebody just replies and wants to know your prices, if you can, I wouldn't just send them a price list. I would actually say, happy to share pricing with you, but once I understand more about your business and your services and your need, and I suggest we get on a short call and then I can quote you prices. And the reason I would say it's potentially best to not do that is if people are just price shopping, they'll just compare you to other people and they don't understand if you're more expensive, the value of why you're more expensive. So just giving them a price it's really not within context. They might just be looking for the cheapest, and you probably don't want to be the cheapest. You want to be like quality provider. So encouraging them to a call to talk to you about it helps establish why you're the price that you are and the value that you create. So yeah, I would in that case encourage trying to turn it into a call rather than just an opportunity for them to
totally agree. I think a couple of days back, we had a sales call where somebody just told us that lead generation can be done via students. So uh, everybody has their own different perspective about the lead generation, and yeah, talking about the price point right away without making them understand who you are and what you actually bringing to the table can be a difference. But in general, we had a situation with one of our clients where somebody was interested in the service, and but they were asking a lot of questions how they are going to uh, come up with the strategy, or if they have previous experiences, and everything was going over the email. And our client got frustrated and they were like, oh, I just wouldn't reply because this person doesn't seem serious. But I think, again, like we discussed in the previous podcast, it's more about building a relationship rather than just doing sales over the email right away. When you just have to be slightly patient, and that way it 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 has more chances to convert into a sales rather than
yeah, rather than what?
rather than being really pushy towards a sales call from the day one.
Yeah, yeah, I think ultimately this all just boils down to being human. And we
Yeah,
keep saying that in, writing your script, handling objections, all of these things is humanize the process. It's not just about pitching or, dehumanizing it, turning them into an object. But the more you can empathize and relate and offer value and try and build the relationship, the better the results. Okay?
I agree.
All right. I think it was a great conversation. Thanks for your time. I'll see you in the
Thanks,
next
and
podcast.
take care.
Bye.